Last night, we got the highly anticipated season premiere of Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and it was everything for the perfect formula of reality TV gold. It was rich opulence, scandal, catfights, and yeah, even polygamy. Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap here for another Tea Talk session. And today we are covering, yes, I said it, the highly anticipated season premiere that aired last night of Real Housewives of Rhode Island. It was everything, y'all. I truly enjoyed it. We're going to get into every housewife that we met. But before we do, let's take care of some business. Make sure you follow me. What you see here at the bottom of the screen, reality_recap for all the trending reality news and gossip. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, Reality Recap 2876. It's linked in the bio of all my social media platforms. And make sure you like this video, share it, and again, subscribe so you don't miss any of my Tea Talks. They're pre recorded and sometimes live where you can comment and interact while I give you my unsolicited thoughts. Now, let's get into Real Housewives of Rhode Island, guys. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. It was so good. Like, my husband came in the room and he said, "Oh, yeah, you must like this because your jaw is like," he said, "your mouth is wide open." Like, he literally walked in and I was watching like this. It was so good. It's just that kind of TV that we're looking for. And I agree wholeheartedly with what Andy said on Watch What Happens Live, where this is a group of women that are just coming in green, right? Like they're not trying to give you these characters that they think we want to see. They are truly being their raw, authentic selves. And ladies, if you're listening, don't ever change that. Sometimes get these women that come on that think they know the formula to become a popular housewife. When the formula is you were chosen for a reason. So just show up as yourself and the crowd will love you for that. And they are real, like just so green, so raw, so authentic. And I am truly in love with this franchise. One of the producers commented on my threads last night, and I said, "Yo, I'm already obsessed." And he said, "Just wait. This is only the beginning." So I am so excited. I'm seated. Now, y'all know Real Housewives of Rhode Island. It did premiere last night, but it's moving to Sundays, which I want to check and see. Because of that, I'm like, are we getting another episode this Sunday? Because if so, that would be so great. But they're moving to Sundays with Real Housewives of Atlanta, which will premiere this Sunday. So I was like, let me just check real quick. Like, is y'all trying to give us another episode already? Because I'll take it. And they are. So episode 2 will air this Sunday with the season 17 premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I will be covering. So let's get into my notes here. I don't have much, but just enough. Y'all know I'm trying to do quick videos for y'all because, I want y'all to watch. I don't want y'all to be sitting here an hour or 2 hours at a time. I want y'all to get y'all news, get y'all tea, fill the cups, and y'all go on about y'all day, honey. So we're gonna start with the first housewife that we met, which was Alicia. Let me see. Is this Alicia? No, that ain't Alicia. I thought I put them in an order. Duh, I did. I put them in order. So Alicia, we met first. She's been engaged for 9 years. We met her family. She has a huge Italian family. She has that Italian thick accent. I want to say like Jersey accent, but I know they're not from Jersey, but she has that thick accent. She said on Watch What Happens Live that her accent makes her not want to speak when she hears herself on TV. And I went and commented on her page and said, "Do not change who you are. Do not change how you talk. We love it. We love it." So we got to meet her family. They were acting like she lived a million miles away. They packed all this food like the Italian families love to eat. And her aunts came over and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you need to build a house where we live." and it was literally like 15 minutes away. But they're asking, why isn't she getting married? When are they going to get married? It doesn't seem like it's her fiance that doesn't want to get married. It seems to be her, which I want to learn more about. There has to be some reasoning behind it, but I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they have been engaged over 9+ years, have children, and they're good. Billy has a few restaurants and one that seems to be themed behind Alicia called Mama Pizza or something like that. So I'm excited to get to know her a little bit. She seems to be one that's kind of able to just flow within the group without no major beef, at least in the first episode, because yes, it was beef in the first episode. But I'm interested to learn a little bit more about why she hasn't gotten married yet. Now we also met Liz. Liz is a badass, y'all. Like Liz is a badass, rich as fuck, rich house on the water deck. She drove a boat up to lunch with Kelsey. Yeah, I like her. She's also the one that's kind of tied to Dolores that brought Dolores into this episode. They look just alike, even though they are just friends. But she and well, her husband owns or owned one of the first cannabis dispensaries on the East Coast. So they have a cannabis empire. So she calls herself like the queen of weed, but she is rich, honey. And the off of the trailer, you would think she was the villain or the mean one, even though they say, oh, she's so mean, she's so scary. That's like her reputation that precedes her. She may be blunt, tell it like it is. But she was really sweet in this episode. Again, I know it's only episode 1, but very quickly I went from thinking that she was the villain of this season to it being Joellen, which I didn't see coming at all. But Liz is a good time. What also stood out to me with Liz is that she said that she was married to her husband for 6 months and found out through ancestry.com that somewhere down the line they're related and they're still married. Listen, Rhode Island seems to be tight knit. I don't know if they're first cousin, second cousin, third cousins. I don't know if they, married cousins through marriage or play cousin. I don't know. But the woman told us that last night, and I said, yeah, I'm seated. Definitely gonna keep watching. Because if I'm telling y'all, like, she rich. I wouldn't leave him neither. Hey family, we staying married, okay? We are staying married. Now, the storyline to me that took center stage was my girl Hill Kelsey. And I like her. I like Kelsey. Kelsey calls herself a lady of leisure. She's been in a relationship for about 10 years. She met her boyfriend when she was 19, 20 years old. People are like, oh my God, she was 19 years old when she met her boyfriend because apparently he must be 10 to 20+ years older than her. He doesn't look like it though. I'll show you guys what he looks like. But she has been labeled a sugar baby. She says she is not a sugar baby, but she's in a relationship where, again, she started it when she was 19, 20 years old. She's living in a 16,000 plus square foot home, living the life, the dream Barbie life, world at her fingertips. She's former Miss Rhode Island, and her boyfriend doesn't want to live a conventional life. And she's now 31 years old and seemingly wanting marriage and children, but he lives a life where he dates and sees other women. And he apparently lives with her half of the year and in Miami with another woman the other half of the year. That's a dream, in my opinion. I did a short recap on my page and I was very clear. Like I said, ain't no woman looking for a husband except one that never had one. Let that go over your head if you needed to. But to have a home that huge, access to money, and live alone for 6 months out of the year, that's a dream. The way my husband snores, I, I would be elated. I'm just being honest. And I just, call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But to live that type of lifestyle and he is honest with you, because let's be clear, these broke men they cheat too. And they lie about it, and you find about it, and you're heartbroken. He's letting you know up front, this is the lifestyle I'm leading. Do you want to be a part of it, or do you not? She has the choice. And I don't blame her if she chooses to stay, nor am I going to judge her. But of course, she's the talk of the town. Oh, she's in this polygamous relationship. Hell, there's even headlines coming out today that she has a boyfriend on the side herself. So don't go feeling sorry for Kelsey just yet. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at you, girl. Get your coin and do what you got to do. But she said on Watch What Happens Live that he's very supportive, although he doesn't want to film. When his pictures were shown on the episode, his face was literally, they made it look like they cut his face out. I thought that was hilarious. Love production, so shady. But yeah, he's not filming with her. He wasn't on Watch What Happens Live with her. But she says that he's supportive and that he's a reality TV junkie himself. Now, this is the alleged boyfriend, because y'all know the internet was going to find out who this man was, and he wasn't going to stay a secret. Are we serious? His name is John Caprio. He is the son of the late Judge Frank Caprio. Apparently, I didn't know him, but apparently, this judge, he is known globally as the nicest judge in the world. He had a viral show called Caught in Providence. He was the chief judge at Providence Municipal out in Rhode Island for over 40 years. The family got money, okay? So, yeah, this is who her alleged man is. And if he's 20 plus years older than her, he doesn't look it. You know, he looks like a good looking man, if you ask me. But also the internet has allegedly dug up who his other woman is in Miami. This is the alleged woman here. Her page is private on Instagram, so I don't know much about her yet. I got to do some more digging, but the streets say that allegedly this is the woman that he lives with in Miami. So you know what? Put her on Real Housewives of Miami. Let's just we're gonna do this. Let's just fucking do it, okay? But her name is Crystal Canberra. Yeah. Nothing stays a secret when you become a reality TV star. Sorry, Kelsey. Sorry, John. But again, this is allegedly who the woman is. But in my opinion, Kelsey's better. She looks better. Kelsey's bad, girl. She can dress. She looks good. She's a baddie for sure. So I don't know. This girl looks, she all right, but she ain't no Kelsey, if you ask me. But I'm seated for this storyline. Um, Everyone, like I said, is talking about it. Who's also talking about it and maybe talking a little bit too much is this one over here, Rosie. So Rosie is a former TV anchor. She has a show, like a travel show, where she travels to different places in Rhode Island, and kind of like an excursion type TV show. She wants to be accepted, in my opinion, by these women very, very much. Yet she keep putting her foot in her mouth. She hosted a picnic where Kelsey wasn't there. And although I do feel like Joellen was the one that brought up, oh, Kelsey's going through a hard time right now, well, she kind of should have kept her mouth closed if she's close with her and she's sharing and confiding in her about her crossroads of leaving her relationship or staying. You were the one that brought it up, Joellen. But then Rosie's like, is she in a polygamous relationship? Well, that's what I heard. And I heard she got a boyfriend too. Is that true? Like, if you want to know those things, I'm okay, Rosie, with you being nosy, but you're going to have to ask those things when Kelsey is there. You're going to have to ask her to her face, because this is Real Housewives. Somebody's going to run back and tell Kelsey what you said, and that's exactly what happened. But Rosie seems to have beef with Joellen. Joellen doesn't like her. It's a whack beef, if you ask me. And like I said, Joellen, I thought that she was going to be this sweet girl who, I didn't think she was going to have much going on the show. And then she turns out to be, in my opinion, one of the villains for sure. She can get nasty. She looks all nice and proper and polite, but she can get nasty. I didn't like how she was treating Rosie. She is saying, yeah, Rosie came up to my house and bought a $6 bottle of wine. Like, but she does have a point if I'm being honest. She doesn't really like Rosie because of how Rosie is. Like she's a gossiper, always talking shit, always asking questions. She's a TV anchor. She's a news anchor. I guess it's in her, but she has to turn it off when she's in a friend group. So while Joellen's concerns or reasons for not liking her outside of the $6 bottle of wine are valid, she was nasty to her. I didn't really like that. I was like, "Oh yeah, you want to watch out for her." Not to mention, did I tell you she's married to her sister's ex-boyfriend? Yeah. Now, granted, it was like a high school thing with her sister, but still, I'm an only child, but I would still think that's breaking some type of sisterly bond to be married to your sister's ex-boyfriend child. So that alone made me like, you married to who? It'll be up at Thanksgiving every chance I see you. It's up for real. So I don't know what's going on there, but she definitely doesn't seem to be getting along with Rosie, but Rosie, for whatever reason, wants her acceptance. She wants to be accepted into this group. And it almost feels like she thinks she has to get that through Joellen because she feels like Joellen is ruining her reputation with the rest of the group. So yeah, she's Joellen's trying to give a little bit of a queen bee vibe, but in my opinion, that's Liz. Pipe down. I'm sorry, y'all, but I don't like her already. If I'm being honest, I do not like her already. We also met Ashley. Ashley is just a little bit ditzy to me. She's a little bit of a space cadet. Not really much. I'm trying not to be mean. That's why I had to pause, but she's not giving anything for me yet. Yes, she met her husband. She was on The Bachelor multiple times. I didn't know you could be on The Bachelor multiple times because I don't watch it, but she said she met him on Bachelor Paradise. He's now running a coffee shop. She went in there and sat down at the counter while this man trying to serve lattes, and she couldn't get a word in edgewise. Like she's trying to talk to him, he ain't paying her no attention. He was busy running a business, and she's trying to raise children. And I think that she said he has cut back on his schedule, but still, she feels like he doesn't love what he's doing. He could be doing something else. But other than that, yeah, even on Watch What Happens Live, like she's really like just not aware, like, "Hello, you're on a reality TV show. Wake up." I don't know. And you would think she would know the ropes a little bit more if she was on Bachelor, but she's not really giving much for me yet. We'll have to see, but she seems like she's gonna be the space cadet that's trying to play peacemaker that just causes more arguments probably. I don't know, but she's not giving the drama to me. She's not. Now we did not meet Rula. Rula is the last housewife that we met everybody last night except for her. She was on Watch What Happens Live. She's apparently rich, a boss, but the word on the street is that her husband is cheating on her. Now he was at Watch What Happens Live with her. There was a bit of a scandal with them before the show aired where he had some type of domestic situation where he it was alleged that he was surveillancing Rula. I'm trying to figure out, you know how men do when they the one doing wrong, then they try to come up with all the things that you possibly could be doing wrong. But let me look at this again. I do know I will say the charges were dropped, whatever it was. But let me look because I had looked that up to see. Yeah, Rula's husband Brian was arrested in October of 2025. He allegedly put a tracking device on her car without consent. That falls under violence laws in Rhode Island. But the case was dropped. Rula didn't want to move forward. The no contact order was also removed. And like I said, they were seemingly on Watch What Happens Live, and he's in the audience supporting her. So we'll have to see how this plays out because it seems to be all in the streets that he cheats on her heavily, and but they're still together. So I guess there's more to learn about their relationship. I'm interested. And she may also take center stage with her storyline being that she's that one housewife that we did not meet in this episode. So she's getting like her own grand entrance into the season. So we'll see what goes on in her household shortly. But it was a great first episode. I mean, we ended the episode with a 4th of July party. I mean, they were eating caviar hot dogs. They had someone doing caricatures or whatever you call it, like drawing the people faces. I can't even say it. Alicia was struggling to say it too, like characters, caricatures. I don't know what you say. They had a pinoli stand where somebody was making them. Like it was amazing to be just a 4th of July cookout. To us is just, well, to me is hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill with a little bit of potato salad and some baked beans. But it was a opulent party. They are all so rich. I love it. But we ended the episode at a 4th of July soiree. So I'm gonna say soiree or however you say it, not even a cookout. But yeah, Rosie got wind. I'm not Rosie. Kelsey got wind that Rosie was questioning her relationship at her picnic, and she didn't like that. She wanted to confront Rosie about it. But Rosie was like, yeah, I mean, we talked about it, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, Joellen the one that brought it up. So now it's seemingly going to cause an issue with Joellen and Kelsey because she's been confiding in her. And now she's hearing that she's the one that brought up her relationship. Kelsey feels like she doesn't need to explain her relationship to anybody. And she's absolutely right. She shouldn't have to. Um, but it is gonna be talked about. It's a storyline. Sorry, that's what you're here for. But you don't have to apologize for it. You don't have to make excuses for it. You don't have to explain why you're doing it. That's your man. He take care of you, and it is what it is. So we'll see how this changes the dynamic between her and Joellen. I did notice last night, like it was like some premiere watch parties all over the place. There was one in Foxwoods, and I thought I would see Joellen and Kelsey at the same watch party, and they actually weren't. And it was funny to see that like Joellen was out with Rosie and Liz, and the rest were at the other watch party. So I found that interesting. Hey, it could have been just a split up of, for them to do their PR for the show or their press run. I don't know, but I just thought that was strange to see that they weren't together. So we'll see what happens to their dynamic. I know my recap is a little bit all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited for this show on top of the distractions in the background. But I really, really, truly love Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I want you guys to make sure that you watch it. I will be recapping it every week for you, as well as I'm getting back into my rotation. So more recaps to come. I'm going to be working on them this weekend. I want to talk to you guys about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I want to talk to you about Bell Collective, Love and Marriage Huntsville. And Monday, I will do a special recap of season 17 of Real Housewives of Atlanta premiere with some special guests. I have a surprise for you. So you guys make sure you look out for that. And I will definitely also recap episode 2 of Real Housewives of Rhode Island, which will air this Sunday. So exciting, y'all. Now, before I get out of here, again, let's take care of some business. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What you see down at the bottom of the screen, reality_recap, for all your trending reality news and gossip, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel, Reality Recap 2876. Subscribe. Link is in my bio on all my social media platforms so you can find it, and make sure you set your alerts and you like the videos. I will make sure to alert you when it's live versus when I do pre-recorded, but just check the page, set your alerts so you stay in the know. And also I'm giving you a lot of short videos on YouTube so you get all the breaking news. Summer house galore. All right. Now, before I get out of here, as I always say, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Y'all have a great day. Happy Good Friday. Peace.